Hey, good Monday morning, friends. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Your MLive morning weather update. We've got a roundup for you of the week's weather, and let's get into it. I'll give you the scoop here. Today's going to turn pretty nice in, I would call it, about the southern two-thirds of lower Michigan. Pretty nice at this time of the year. Temperatures in the 60s and dry conditions. And then we will deal with a developing storm off to the west. That will be our storm of the week, the big storm of the week, and that comes in late Thursday into Friday. It's a thunderstorm maker in southern lower Michigan, but it's also possibly a heavy wet snow maker in northern lower Michigan and across the UP. So if you saw those words snow and you thought, oh no, some of you know, but I'll get to that here in just a moment. But let's first off cover today, show you what's going on. Right now we have dry conditions. Remember, when you see these circles right around the radars and they're not moving, that's generally just moisture in the atmosphere. Okay? Hey, Denise and Rick, you're welcome. James Stover, don't worry about snow now. If you get into a heavy snow, it's gone off the roads 12, 24 hours after it falls, and it's gone from the grass in a couple of days or so. Good morning, Steve from Battle Creek and Kathleen Fitzgerald from Waterford. Okay, yes, Brighton's loving this weather right now. All right, let's go into the radar forecast on a model that I like. The high resolution rapid refresh runs every hour and has a resolution on the radar forecast down to 3 kilometers. Now, just take that in comparison to when I started in meteorology. 1989 is when I graduated. We had 2 models. They ran every 12 hours. The resolution was 80 kilometers. I do believe now it's 3 kilometers running every hour. So we've really come a long ways, I feel, and it continues to progress. So here's your radar forecast, and the main story is dry, except for the UP. We'll have a clump of possible thunderstorms coming across the UP. This is 5 o'clock, 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight, so maybe eventually into northern lower, into Traverse City and Charlevoix by this evening, late this evening. Jane Johnson's heading to Manistee midweek. How will the weather be? We're going to get into that in just a moment here. So here's today, and we ended at midnight. Dry conditions, but these showers or thunder shower could be heading southward into far lower Michigan overnight tonight. Temperatures, like I said, I think it'll be turning pretty nice. We're at noon today into near 60 degrees southern half of lower Michigan. There's a little break line here where it stays cooler in the north, where there's still quite a bit of snow on the ground. You can see where the snow is on the ground. Hey, good morning, Jessica Shepard. And let's go into the afternoon. Let's go into 5, 6 o'clock. And temperatures in the mid 60s, 68 even in Detroit, and 67 in Ann Arbor, 64 in Kalamazoo, 62 in Grand Rapids, 64 Flint, Saginaw, Bay City, into the thumb. Little cooler in the northern lower. And yes, UP, I don't forget about you. But you got a whole nother story of weather. You need someone like me doing this for you in the UP. Okay? Temperatures in the 40s. All right, so here we go with the next storm system. So what's going to happen is tonight we're going to have this little disturbance rolling through, and then it's going to cool down a little bit. As that moves on to the east, northerly winds will kick in and cool us down. Good, Stephanie Wartella. Enjoy that 60 degrees. Hey, Betty from Florida. Okay, so now we're into Wednesday, and here's the storm forming, okay? And here's the cold front draped to the south, so we're in colder air. And here is Thursday morning. Now, this model still wants to develop snow on the leading edge of it and a brief burst of freezing rain. Here's the storm. Now, eventually, this storm pulls to our west and pulls springy air into everywhere except the UP, farther northern lower. Do you have to bring your patio umbrella? I don't think so. There's not going to be anything too terribly, to get going there. All right, so here we go. Thursday night. Here's the low pressure center. The warm front has moved into the Straits region, I guess you'd say. So southern 2/3 of lower gets into the warm sector. The UP stays in a possible snowstorm. And we're going into Friday morning. Now, this is one good thing. This smells like a severe weather maker, okay? But here's the cold front, and here's the time, middle of the night, Friday night. So one thing that we have going for us is that if there's a severe weather outbreak, the timing will not be conducive to a severe weather outbreak on Thursday night, Friday morning. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't happen in a strong storm, but chances are is less that it would. Now we're into Friday, and the snow continues across the UP. Lower Michigan is into rain, so there it is. All right, and just for fun, remember, this is still 4 or 5 days out. It's April, so it's a goofy type storm, okay? So I'm going to show you the snowfall totals. Cut it in half because it's too far out. Cut it in half. And remember, in lower Michigan from Traverse City to Alpena southward, where you see that snow, it's a burst of snow as it starts, and then it changes quickly to rain after a couple hours. So it's not something like a midwinter long-lasting snowstorm. But here we go. We're into Wednesday. Now we're into Thursday morning, 8 o'clock. Okay, and this signifies maybe a quick inch or two. And then we go into Friday. And yeah, when you see this, again, cut it in half. Don't use this right now. Just use the fact that there could be a substantial snow system across the UP, far northern lower. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on it. The European, usually better, is about half this right now, and that's what I would say this one looks like. It looks like a 4 to 8 incher where the snow is the heaviest. Southern lower, you don't have to worry about it. It's a quick flakes at the beginning, and then you're all rain and you're mild and no problem. But if you're in northern lower Michigan, you are still into the possibility of some snow. So today, a pretty nice day. We could see even a little sunshine in the southern 2/3 of lower as the fog breaks up some. We'll head to temperatures in the 60s. Tomorrow will be cooler. Wednesday will be cooler. And then the storm action comes this week, Thursday into Friday. Southern lower, it's mostly thunderstorms. Northern lower and the UP, it might be an April snowstorm. I'll keep you updated on that. The weather gets wacky here in April, and we'll start watching for severe weather too, possibly with these types of storms. That's your morning MLive weather update. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourselves a great Monday.